How's it going, everyone? Sonic Moto back again, and that person went way over the line. Today I thought I would talk about CCs, what CC or class bike to start out on. And this is just my opinion, and I've ridden a 300 bike, I've tried a 250, I'm currently on a 750. What do you get in terms of the number or the CC value of the engine as your first or maybe secondary bike? Well, I'm a fan of the Ninja 300. However, I just demoed recently a Yamaha FZ07, and I believe that's like a 700 class bike. I'm not sure what the CC of that is. Maybe I should look this up before talking about it. However, let's just take a guess and say that that is a 700cc bike. I'm on a 750. This Suzuki Gixxus 750 I highly do not recommend as your first bike. It's got a lot of torque, no rider modes. To compare though, the Yamaha FZ07, no rider modes. But it is a very tame bike. And if you could demo one at a demo day, give yourself a shot on it. You will quickly realize that the CC of an engine, that number that's stamped on the side or the back of the bike, sometimes really doesn't matter. That FZ07 really was comparable to just a step up, maybe like a 400 or a 450 class bike on the Kawasaki Ninja line. I started with the Kawasaki Ninja 300. It was great, a lightweight bike, easy to start on and learn how to ride and lean into turns. I highly recommend it, but on the other hand, I knew its limitations. After about 6 to 8 months, I was ready, sometimes even a year. Most people are going to be ready to give it up and upgrade, and everyone says this. And for that reason, these bikes do not resell well. They lose their value so dang quickly. And that is something to consider when buying a bike, because if you're going to be selling it off and upgrading, you might be losing cash if you're going to go that route, which is most likely going to be the case. So now that we know that the numbers mostly don't matter because the FZ07 behaves like a 400 class bike or 400cc bike, well, I can only say try demoing some. If you got a license, if you went through the basic rider course and you got your license, your endorsement, go to demo days. They're usually, at certain parts of the year. Find them at the Yamaha website. They usually list all the Yamaha demo days at dealerships and whatnot. And they're great to experience different bikes. I suppose, though, if every bike acted the same in terms of their CC level, I would not recommend a 250 because the limitation of those is highways. A 300 will, something like a Kawasaki Ninja 300 will for sure that guy. Something like the Kawasaki Ninja 300 for sure will handle highways, but you will realize with time that it's got its limitations on power and getting out of situations on the highway. If you're up in your 5th gear, like you most likely will be on that bike because it's sort of tapping out the engine at some portions, and you gun it, it's going to take you a while to get away from that car that's merging into you or not, compared to a bike like this from in 3rd. I gun it and it just takes off. So although it's great for local riding, learning to lean through turns, maybe consider something like a 400 or a 450, maybe even a 500cc bike. Anything above that, you're really getting a lot of bike. Your insurance rates are going to go up, you're getting a heavier bike, and of course, well, you're going to get something along the lines that's too much power for you. You're going to get yourself into a situation rather than trying to get yourself out of a situation. And that's something definitely to balance when starting to ride, is get yourself a mid-power bike. You get yourself a 1,000 liter bike and you don't know your throttle control, a little blip even on a bike like this, you really start taking off. Anyway, I am however curious about everyone's thoughts on what is the best CC bike if they all acted the same. Assume that they acted like a Kawasaki Ninja 300 or a Ninja 250, or just don't even consider that. But what do you guys think? What does everyone out there think is a good CC or class bike to start out on? And if you're on your first bike, what do you ride? How do you like it? What are the limitations? Let me know in the comment section below. We're always curious about things like that. We love the community and all the information we can learn as a motorcycle community. Anyway, if you enjoy this content, fist bump that thumbs up button, subscribe and turn on your notifications. If you ride safe. Sonic Moto, signing out.